What's up, everybody? I'm Bunny Tom, your favorite introverted neighborhood artist. Some of you may already know me from my first attempt at being a content creator and streamer. I had to step back due to some crazy health stuff that I'm still figuring out. I went into a severe form of burnout due to overworking myself, while also having crazy symptoms which later was diagnosed as a histamine intolerance. I might have something called mast cell activation syndrome, but it's hard to diagnose. I might make a video more on that later because, let me tell you, that was crazy. However, I'm back now in a more freeing form now that my symptoms are mostly under control. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a professional artist. I do a lot of caricatures, character design, graphic design, and illustration. Besides art, I'm a game, anime, electronics, and travel enthusiast. I've been playing games since I was a tot. And some of my favorite are Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, and I'm a huge fan of horror games.
Spooky time again, you best get a fresh diaper.
Since my love of games is so strong, it got me involved in electronics. So I really enjoy tinkering with computers, games, and consoles. Like, I literally learned to solder so I could replay my old Pokemon games. I also really like collecting game electronics. I currently own a lot of handhelds from Nintendo, like the Game Boy Color, the SP, and DS. I also have 2 Xboxes, 2 different PlayStations, a Wii U, Steam Deck, and a gaming PC I built myself, and also an Oculus. I've owned even more at one point, but before I realized I liked collecting them or I understood I enjoy retro gaming, I unfortunately let some of my handhelds and other consoles go along with their games when times got tough. And manga media. Anime has been super close to my heart as a kid, as well as cartoons in general. Some of my favorite anime and cartoons are Yu Yu Hakusho, Demon Slayer, Spirited Away, One Piece, Soul Eater, Dragon Ball Z, Ranma 1.5, Inuyasha, Avatar The Last Airbender, Samurai Jack, The Little Mermaid, Futurama, South Park, Rick and Morty, and a tons more. I remember sitting at my table before school watching all these amazing animated shows. I remember thinking how cool the art was and feeling inspired that this is what art could be. Animated shows are what really inspired me to become an artist. The compelling stories, the art, the characters made me want to create my own and inspire others. So I have a few stories in the works that you might see down the road. However, one of my biggest challenges to overcome when it comes to creating and getting my stuff out there are my introvertedness and social anxiety and ADHD. These quirks of mine make it hard for me to share my work, engage with groups, and finish projects or time management. Now my health has also added onto the list of hurdles it takes for me to achieve my goals. I haven't let that stop me, but it has made my journey more difficult. One of the things I did to kind of combat these problems was travel. Most of my life I lived in the same house and hardly traveled anywhere that wasn't family related. I was so sheltered, I struggled to interact with strangers, and I found myself alone in my room most of the time. I realized if I kept in my room forever, I'd never progress, reach my goals, or learn who or what was out there. At the time, my now best friend called me up and told me he had a gig as a traveling caricature artist. I convinced him to ask his boss if I could join, and he let me on the team. While traveling, I eventually overcame a lot of my social anxiety. Meeting hundreds of people in a day was tiring, but it got me out of my comfort zone. I heard people criticize me, praise me, choose other artists over me, pick me over other artists. Getting roasted by a 5-year-old really thickens your skin. My favorite part, though, was getting to draw with others. I got to meet so many inspiring artists as well as exploring the area. So now I love to travel and see new places. Still 50-50 on meeting new people, but I know it's good, so I try anyway. With all that said, I'm still a bit different than your average bear. And by bear, I mean people. You may see my quality traits from time to time, and by quality traits, I mean my ADHD and quirky neurodivergence. I have dyslexia and auditory processing disorder. So you may hear me screw up my words frequently or mishear or misread things often. These things can be pretty funny a lot of the time. Like one time my family was talking about how my partner and I should go to Chipotle that had a DMV. I was shocked because since when was there a DMV inside Chipotle? So I said, whoa, hang on a second. What do you mean there's a DMV inside Chipotle? And my family looked at me and started laughing. I'm like, what? And they say, we didn't say Chipotle. We said AAA. Or there was another time we were passing a street sign that said nipples, and I was like, why did they name the street Nipples? And my mom goes, that doesn't say nipples, that says Naples. And then there's my auditory processing disorder, which is where my brain can't process the sound correctly, and sometimes I will just hear gibberish, even if the person is speaking clearly, or I process the sound more slowly. Dyslexia, in simple terms, is my brain can't process letters or numbers correctly all the time, so I will see things backwards or mixed up in my brain, and my brain will also insert numbers or letters that aren't there. Cursive is also really hard for me to read. So now that you know a bit about me and who I am, let's talk about this channel. With my first attempt with content creation, I learned some things. Last time I was doing way too much on too many platforms. This time I'm only doing YouTube and Twitch in the future. I also was torn on what kind of content to choose to make, and would just kind of freeze since I couldn't decide. So I've decided to make content all about the things I love and not worry about branding or sticking to a particular topic. I will be making content on the following topics: art, anime, games, their electronics, animation, travel vlogs, and then personal storytime videos. I also will be making music content as well for your enjoyment, such as lo-fi and other types of music for you to draw, study, clean, or work to. My overall goal is to make content that's not only fun for me, but fun for you as well. I want to build a diverse community where we can learn and have fun together. I'm also aiming for consistency. I'll drop a video every week relating to one of the topics I listed earlier. So that way, you guys have something to look forward to during the week. With that said, these goals aren't possible without your engagement, feedback, and overall enjoyment. In trade for quality content, I want you to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you are notified every time I drop a steaming hot video. Leave a comment telling me about what you would be excited to see in a video, or what your favorite anime or game is. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!